Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little different. It is a tutorial. I love filming tutorials and I definitely wanted to do something different. So I recently got the Sephora Favorites set. This is called Bronze Bears All. And I showed this in a vlog video that I haven't posted, and I think it might be already up. If it is, I will link it down below. But it has a bunch of different sort of bronzy toned products that are perfect for the summer season. So I figured instead of just showing you this in a haul video or using maybe one or two products every now and again in a tutorial, I figured why not do a tutorial using as many of these pieces as possible. Of course, I'm not going to use the, what is this called? The Formula X nail polish because I just recently did my nails, so I'm not going to show you that. If I do use it, it's a little bit of a different color. It's a sort of a nude, but it's like a brown nude, so I feel like it might look a little off on me because I'm so fair. But if I do use it, I will post a picture of that on Instagram so that you guys can see it, and my Instagram is always at the bottom of the screen towards the end of the video. But I thought this was a really good set. It's $39 and you get a full-size NARS lip gloss, which runs you right around $20 or so, maybe a little bit more. I thought that would, that was a good value there because it's full size. You also get a full-size Sephora liner. So let's go through all the pieces. First, I'm going to just at random pick the first product, and it's the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is mine that I've had for a long time because I actually now have two of them. This is the one in the set. It's still wrapped. This is the Chocolate Soleil in medium deep. Smells like chocolate. I love it. It's perfect for summertime, and I've actually had the same one for several years, and I just recently over the last year started using it. I've been saving little things like this for travel purposes whenever I travel, really. But I really like this a lot. It is a matte finish and it says medium deep, and you would think someone fair like I am, this might be a little too dark, but it's actually very perfect for bronzing. I love it. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, high-end bronzer, and I love the size of it. It's definitely enough for you to kind of get a lot of use out of it and see if you like it. Then let's go with the lip products. The Gloss by NARS is a beautiful bronzy color. It's a lot more sheer than what it looks in the tube. It's not as opaque as I thought. I definitely would have liked to have it like this, but I do like the way it looks. I have it layered with the other product. This is in the shade called Supervixen, and it's a very sheer bronzy color. It's very wearable. I like the formula of this. It's been a while since I've used a NARS gloss, but as you can see, it's just very soft, got a hint of bronze, and it's got a little bit of sparkle. So that golden sparkle, I feel like, makes your lips very juicy and very full, and it's a pretty color. It's not sticky or anything like that, so I really like this, and I think they might have reformulated these more recently. You get a Bite Beauty High Pigment Pencil in the shade Madeira, which is beautiful. Love these. These are very creamy, very, very pigmented. That's why they're called high pigment pencils, and that's the color right there. This is actually leftover foundation. Excuse that. But this color here, it has a bit of warmth to it, but also has a slight sort of nudie pink tone, which I think works well for someone fair like I am, because it's not a nude that's going to completely wash me out. Even if you're darker than I am, more tan, medium, even deeper skin tones, this is going to look slightly different and just a little bit more intense on you, but this is actually like a really good nude for someone very fair. The eyeshadow that you get is an Urban Decay Duo in Half Baked and Twice Baked, which you will see in the tutorial, but it looks like this. And so far, I don't think that this is as pigmented as other Urban Decay eyeshadow products and as pigmented as my shadows from the Naked palette. So the Naked original palette has colors very similar to this, which is what I would suggest if you don't want to get this whole set, but you like the look, you can do it with that. The eyeliner pencil is the Sephora Contour Eye Pencil 12-Hour Wear. It's a waterproof in number 14 Cocoa, which is a beautiful bronze color. It's like a dark brown, but it has a bit of a bronzy kind of vibe to it, so it's not super intense. It's not really, really dark, almost black, like those really rich browns that you can't tell too much that it's black. I actually tightline with this and I really like it. I have it on my waterline, and it's very creamy, very, very smooth, and it goes on very nicely. You do get a Tarte the Sculptor. This is like a deluxe size. This is a contouring face slenderizer. Mine is actually broken, and you will see when I am applying this that I'm a little afraid because the whole tip is broken. So I try to make it work as best as I could, but This I'm kind of still on the fence about. I've never used cream products to contour, so kind of like, eh. And what else am I missing? Oh, the, what is this called? This is called Evocative, the nail polish. So that's the color there. It's kind of like a fleshy tone kind of color. Oh, and then, of course, how can I forget the best product? You get a sample size of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. Look how cute this is. Oh, this is in the shade Opal. I die. Like, look at this. Like, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I freaking adore this highlight. Look at that. It gives you that sort of wet look. And, of course, it's very concentrated on the hand. You wouldn't wear it that intense unless you wanted to. And, you know, in that case, do what you want to do. But this set, or this size, is 2.40 grams, which is a really good size, at least to kind of get you to feel whether or not you want to buy full size, because I think the full size of this is like 38 bucks, so it's a little pricey, and it's been on my list for a very long time to get this in full size. So now I have the little mini, and I love it. I have it in the liquid form, and I also like that. So that is everything that's in this set. I'm going to go ahead and insert the tutorial. I know this video is going to be a little long because of that, but I wanted to kind of give you my thoughts so far on these products. And yeah, if you've tried this, let me know what your thoughts are below, and let's get on with the tutorial. Alright, so I've already applied my primer. I'm using one from Smashbox, and I just apply that all over the lid to prevent creasing. And before I go in with any other colors, I'm going to take this color by Makeup Geek called Vanilla Bean, and a fluffy brush like this one. If you want to know what it is, it's the Morphe E27. And I'm going to just take that and just dust that all over my entire lid, all the way up to the brow bone. And this is going to ensure that everything all sort of blends well and that nothing sort of clings to my skin. Next, I'm going to lightly define the crease just a little bit before I go in with a dark color. And for that, I'm going to use a Morphe eyeshadow, and this is number 60. I had it upside down. Number 60, I don't know what the number is, but it's basically a very light kind of stone type of color. It's a bit of a taupey gray with a pointed crease brush, because this is going to allow me to get it really precise in the actual crease. And this is a Morphe E22 brush. And I'm just going to apply that lightly into the crease. It's a very soft color to give you a little bit of definition, and it's a great transition shade. And then before moving on, I'm taking the same brush that I used to apply the light skin tone color, and I'm just going to go around that and just kind of soften this out. You want this to be really well blended. Now I'm going to switch to a E55 brush. This is the eye shading brush from Sigma, and this is the duo that came in the set. It has Half Baked and Twice Baked. Both of these are from Urban Decay, and I'm going to start by applying the lighter color, this gold. Tapping off the excess, I'm going to apply this to the inner part of the eye and bring it, and I'm going to go about almost 3/4 of the way. And then I'm going to take an E25, right? E25 or E20, something like that from Sigma. It looks like this. And I'm going to go around the edges of that, and we're going to come back and retouch this in a moment. Using an eyeshadow brush like this, it doesn't make it as potent as I thought. It's definitely not the quality that I thought it would be for Urban Decay. So it's going to take a little bit of work. Take the same brush, flip it over, and go in with a darker color. And this is going to go in the outer half of the lid, staying below the crease. And you're going to kind of tap where they meet, so it kind of blends very nicely. And with the tip of the brush, kind of wedge that color right into the area where your lid meets your crease. So this is your crease, my crease here. And I'm going to sort of tap the two together, and then sort of lightly use the tip of my brush to kind of wedge it so that there's not a space between my lid and my crease. And I definitely have to build this color up because it's not as pigmented as I thought. Okay, so this is what you should have. It probably looks like a hot mess. I get it. We're going to fix it. Then I'm going to take this, actually no, sorry, this Morphe S12 brush. It's tiny like this. It's a little bit fatter than a traditional pencil brush, and I'm going to kind of go around the edges of that and just to soften that first. And just circular motions and kind of buff out the edges. Then I'm going to go back in with that same pointed brush and the light sort of stone color that I used by Morphe, and I'm going to add a little bit more to my crease area. And that's all we're going to do for the crease. I'm not going to go in with anything darker because it's supposed to be very effortless and very summery, very bronzy, beachy. So then I want to retouch the gold. I feel like it definitely isn't as potent as other Urban Decay eyeshadows. So I'm going to take the Sigma Shader Crease E47 brush. Looks like this. Any tiny little detail brush would work. And I'm going to take some of the gold and I'm going to pack this on. And when I do that, it definitely intensifies that. If you can, hopefully you can tell, it's going to make that a lot more of a vivid gold, which is what I want. Then I'm going to do the inner corner with the Sigma Inner Corner E46 brush. That looks like that. It's a little different than the one I used for the lid, but you could use this one or something like that if you have it. And then take the same gold and go into the inner part of the eye just to highlight that area. Then for the darker part of the lower lashes, I'm going to take this brush like this, also from Sigma, with that same dark color, the, what is it called, Twice Baked. And I'm going to smudge this really close to the root of my lash. And then I'm going to go back in with this brush from Morphe. This is the S12, and I'm going to kind of go underneath. A pencil brush would work for this step, and kind of buff out the edges. And then go in with a little bit of that sort of taupey color from Morphe, just to create basically the same sort of layered effect that we have in the crease on the lower lash line. And that is it for the eyeshadow. So now I'm going to do some brow highlight. I'm taking this eyeshadow by Makeup Geek in the color Bling. It's a soft champagne, and I'm going to use a tiny little brush from Zoeva. And then apply that to my brow bone. I'm going to flip the brush over and soften that out. For liner, I'm going to use the one that came in the set. This is number 14 Cocoa, and it's by Sephora. And it is the Contour Eye Pencil 12-Hour Wear, and it's also waterproof. So I'm going to apply it pretty thin here, and then as I gradually come out, I'm going to make it thicker. And then I did a little bit of a flick, which is kind of difficult with a pencil, but I just took my time doing it, and it was fine. Alright, so I already have my liner done. I did tight line my upper lash line with the same bronze, and I'm going to take that and run that into the inner rim as well. And then I'm going to take that same flat shader brush with a little bit more of that darker color from the eyeshadow duo and just kind of go right underneath that just to kind of smudge out the edges of that liner just a little bit, just to create a bit of like a smokier effect. And then for mascara, my upper lashes, I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex sample that I bought from Ulta. And then on the lower lashes, I'm going to use my Maybelline Lash Discovery. Alright, so my foundation is already on. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in the shade number 103 Natural Buff. And this set comes with a Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which obviously that's the next step that I have to do because I'm pretty pale. I already had one, the same exact thing. I've had mine for a really long time, so I'm just going to use the one that I already have opened. And I'm going to use a Dalium Tools 990 brush. It looks like this. It's pretty massive. I'm just going to kind of sort of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to try something first. So here's my dilemma. It comes with the Tarte the Sculptor. And this is like a cheek height contouring stick, but mine is broken. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it's definitely wonky and it's in 2 pieces. So I guess I can try it and see what's going to happen, because I think I'm going to have to go exchange the set. This is the Park Avenue Princess contouring stick, and I'm afraid that it's going to fall. I feel it wiggling. Oh. Okay, I've never used anything like this to contour, so wish me luck. And I'm blending that out with the Morphe E8. I don't know if I really care for this. If I don't really care for it, then I'm not even going to waste my time exchanging it. It's okay. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I do pick up hints of like an orangey vibe to it. I don't know. I feel like that's just not really, it's supposed to be more muted for contouring. But it does blend easily, and I totally forgot that I had this or that I was going to use it, and I did have my Bare Minerals powder, and it blended out really nicely over the powder. So I do have to give it credit for doing that. I'm scared. I like the tone of it. I think it's nice. Maybe I don't have enough. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let's do a little bit more. I'm so scared to like apply pressure because I don't want it to break. Like to come off and then fall and ruin my pants. And it's nice. I feel like this definitely looks better when it's blended than, you know, powders. I guess because it's a cream. Now I'm going to go in with the bronzer and just kind of dust it right over that. And I'm going to take this down a little bit just to kind of perk up my skin. And then whatever's left, oh, it smells so good. It smells like chocolate. I'm just going to kind of dust it all over. Does my face look more slender to you? Okay, so I already applied my blush off camera. I used the blush in Infatuation by Makeup Geek, just to give me a little bit more warmth. It does come with a highlighter, this set. Oh, it's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. I'm so excited to use this product. You don't even know. Then I'm going to use a highlighting brush. This is the Morphe MB36. Taking a little bit of that. Oh, yes. Oh my god. Do you see that? People, can you see this glow? Oh, I have this in the cream and I love the cream, but the powder is also very, very nice, very fancy. And I'm going to take some down my nose. And Cupid's bow. Whoa. I should probably use my finger for that. This highlight is thebomb.com. Okay, it does come with two lip products. The Bite High Pigment Pencil in Madeira and the NARS Lip Gloss in Supervixen. So guess what? We're going to layer them both. Why not? And this is actually a very generous size. Like, that'll last you a really long time. I love the color. I feel like it goes with the eyes. Obviously, that's probably why they put it in there. And then I'm going to go over that with the NARS Supervixen. It's just kind of like a... doesn't really add too much. It adds a bit of a, like, goldeny bronze glow to the lips. But I like how it's really glossy, and that sort of goldeny sheen makes your lips look fuller and more pouty. I really like this lip combo a lot, actually. And that completes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope that you liked this type of video. I don't think I've ever done a video like this using as many pieces from a set to complete a full face. But I really liked it. I'm bummed about my Sculptor from Tarte being broken, but we'll just have to make it work. Maybe I can just use my finger and apply it that way instead. But I really like everything. I think everything is good. I just wish that the Urban Decay shadows were a little bit more pigmented as my Naked palettes, as my other individuals and book of shadows that I still collect and have from years past. They are very creamy and very buttery. I just feel like this is not there, but it's pretty, it's easy, it's simple, yet it has that sort of beachy, bronzy kind of feel, which is the whole theme of the set. So I will link the set down below if you are interested in it, and I will list everything that's in the set individually. So if you wanted to, you know, just write down something that you wanted just from this set, if you didn't want to purchase the whole thing, then it'll be listed down there in the description box for you. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and join my YouTube family if you'd like to connect with me on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Glamour by Lexi. I would definitely love to chat with you there. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.